the life you're dreaming of isn't out of reach, but it's actually inside of you. Last week, we studied the book of Galatians, and in chapter 5 of Galatians, it talks about the fruits of the Spirit. So welcome to day 1 of growing in the Spirit. Over the next 2 weeks, we are going to explore the fruits of the Spirit and learn how they can transform your daily life. Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 through 23 says, "But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The law is not against such things." These things are not just traits to admire, they're gifts to cultivate. I've always loved the fruits of the Spirit, and it actually played a huge role in my first business adventure with my seed bead bracelets. I see it as a good way to gauge my heart. Am I producing fruits of the Spirit, or am I producing works of the flesh? The craziest part of all of this for me is I used to go to summer camp when I was a kid, and it was a Christian camp, and we sang so many songs. But the song that stuck with me the most to this day is "The fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut. Fruit of the Spirit's not a coconut." If you know that song, you're a real one. I literally sing that song every time I think of the fruits of the Spirit. Like, I can't even read the verse without having that tone in my voice. Truthfully, I don't think that was by accident. God planted that song in my memory so that years later, when I was ready to fully surrender and I didn't know where to start, He gave me a starting point. If you don't know where to start in your faith, I highly recommend you start with the fruits of the Spirit, focusing on what God is producing in your heart. Let that guide you to the next steps of living a more Christ-centered life. Comment below which fruit you're excited to learn about the most.